I don't want anything to do with Spain.
But he wants to be in their championship photo. So the World Cup is finally over and a lot has transpired. Spain won the World Cup, which is very ironic considering what Trump has openly said.
Spain is a wasted cause. We don't want to do any trade business with Spain anymore, by the way. I'd like you to cut it off. Spain is a terrible partner in NATO. They don't participate, they don't pay. I don't want anything to do with Spain. Cut off all trade with Spain, please, including visits.
But again, Spain won the World Cup, so it had to have been ironic, right? In fact, it was so ironic that the same man that was saying we want to have nothing to do with Spain tried to squeeze in the group photo and hold the World Cup trophy. Trump is like the kid you have to give his own little present at someone else's birthday party to so he doesn't throw a fit. He thinks he's very important. Imagine USA winning the trophy. Trump will turn himself into a captain and lift it himself. All to say that this was absolutely insane and everybody was talking about it. People are still talking about it because it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. He went to go and grab the trophy and the team's like, nah. In fact, Infantino's like, hey, step off to the side real quick while we take this group photo. You don't need to be in this one, big dog. You don't need to be in this one at all. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. If you guys are returning viewers, welcome back. Please support us hitting 1 million subscribers by liking this video and subscribing if you haven't already. We're gonna be diving into the interesting reaction us Americans had over Spain winning the World Cup, our president getting absolutely slam dunkerino'd into the ground after the win of Spain during the World Cup. This especially since all of the wild stuff that he had said, and we're going to be looking at the reaction of the statement that Trump made about Spain. Everybody's reaction after the World Cup and everybody's reaction upon him making that statement. And the only question I have now is how can America fix its outlook so it looks more positive in the eyes of the rest of the world with the individual that we have running the country currently? This was nothing short of funny, entertaining, and absolutely laughable. Very embarrassing for him, but hilarious for everybody that viewed this. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But it was kind of interesting watching him walk up there and Infantino was like, nah, man, step off to the side real quick so we can get this photo up. Fun fact, apparently a lot of the countries in the FIFA World Cup edited out Trump in their photos. They were like, hey, can you by chance stand off to the side so we can kind of, But today's day and age with AI, I would not be surprised if they took the photos that he actually happened to be in and they edited him out completely, because they have been doing that in droves. It almost seems like a stamp of disapproval to have him in pictures with you. So people are like, nah. But what I did not realize was the amount of boos people were giving him every time he was on the screen. That's kind of crazy. I mean, not that crazy, apparently. The whole world is not a huge fan of our interesting leader. But what was more interesting than that was looking at these comments. As we all know, FIFA in most countries edit him out of their pictures. I mean, that's fair, is it not? What do you guys think? Please leave. The thoughts of all the players. Literally, they were all like, please get out of my face. Please, 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 please. It's funny because some Americans were joking. They're like, you know what? It's crazy. If he didn't get that photo op with the team, he was about to call ICE and get everybody arrested. Trump had to flip and ruin it. Literally not a singular soul with a pulse wanted him to hold that World Cup trophy, at least within that stadium, because they're like, please, get away from that trophy. We just need Spain to celebrate in peace, okay? We just need them to celebrate in peace, especially after all the craziness he said, because that was absolutely insane. He went from,
I don't want anything to do with Spain.
And I'm like, hey, man, guess who won the World Cup? Must be interesting, right?
I don't want anything to do with Spain.
It got to be a little interesting. It's just funny how life plays out certain scenarios. Somebody has red cap, and a bag of trash, which you can only wonder what that means. A big old pile of trash. So last week he called Spain names. This week he wants his picture taken with the Spanish people. He was talking that good shit last week. He's like, oh, you guys, this, saying all the bad things, right? And then when Spain finally won the World Cup, he was like, actually, y'all don't look so bad. Let me hold the trophy though. I'm like, bro, the analogy they made earlier of him being the kid at the birthday party that also had to receive a gift, otherwise he would ruin the actual kid's birthday party, is so true. His ego knows no bounds. That is a factual statement. But wait, there's more.
They try to pull Donald Trump out of the fucking picture. He's not trying to leave, bro. Look, he's trying to pull him. Get out of the way, get out of the way. He's not trying to get out of the way, bro. Yo, get out of the way.
Literally, he's like, hey, man, I know I just talked mess about you last week, but we can all be one big happy family. I'm basically part of the team now. Boom, this picture right here says bro thinks he's part of the team, and they were quick to brush him off. If you pay attention to all the reactions of the players' faces when he went up there to try to touch the trophy, they were like, oh, what are you doing? Don't touch this. I guess let me know in the comments down below why you don't think they should have had the reaction they had. I'm pretty sure we're all in agreement here that that reaction that the team had, that the world had, was very appropriate considering all the things that led up to this interaction. Mind you, he would deport all of those people on the field. 1,000%. And he would do it without a blink of an eye. It would be crazy. And then turns around, photo op. Perfect photo op. I know I talked shit about you guys last week, but we could push that to the side. I take very good pictures, the best pictures. Everybody knows I like pictures. Pictures. He thinks he's the main character. I mean, come on. Our president's always thought he's been the main character. Have you seen what he was like before he was the president? That man had domineering main character syndrome. It was crazy. He's dead ass so annoying. It's crazy. Like, it's wild to see how fast things have sharply declined in the last couple of years. It's honestly concerning. I know we can look at this up, down, left, right. Maybe there were some good things that came out of it, but I don't know what those are. If there were any good things that came out of any of this, somebody let me know in the comments, because I don't see any of it. I don't. I really don't. It looks like it's been chaos. Keep in mind, he was just hating on Spain not even a week ago. Okay, not even a week ago. They win the World Cup and he's like, whoa. I can't say I made a mistake, but I can say in this very moment, Spain doesn't look too bad. What's more ironic is he hates anyone, especially from a Spanish-speaking country. So I don't know what the fuck bro thinks he's doing. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to boost them approval numbers. Them approval ratings are not looking great right now. He's had to fabricate several iterations of approval ratings because of the shenanigans that the whole people at the very tippy top in the United States have been pulling for a fat minute. He low-key funny for that. Not gonna lie, I about a little bit more than chuckled when I saw this whole interaction go down. I'm like, ain't no way, bro. You need to hang it up, man. You was just talking shit about that country, dog. Like, what are you doing? Why is he making the winners about him if that's not even his country? I think it was bound to happen no matter who won, because the mentality is, well, it was hosted in our great country, the United States of America, so let me take a picture with the winners. Again, literally everybody is taking the idea of having a photo with Trump as a curse. It's like a black plague. You do not want to be anywhere near a photo of that man, apparently. So they're all keeping away as far as possible because they want to have nothing to do with him. Do liberals have anything else to do with their lives, or is being happy at the moment illegal? And then we have geniuses like this individual here who comments something like that. He's like, basically Trump was just trying to enjoy the moment and blah, blah, blah. Was him being happy supposed to be illegal and stuff? Why couldn't he celebrate with the team? How about turn on the news and look at what was going on?
Spain is a wasted cause. We don't want to do any trade business with Spain anymore, by the way. I'd like you to cut it off. Spain is a terrible partner in NATO. They don't participate. They don't pay. I don't want anything to do with Spain. Cut off all trade with Spain, please, including visits. Okay, we don't want anything to do. Watch them come running back. Oh,
very crazy. But you know what the Spain team did in response to this? Spain edited him out of the picture. That's the Spanish team right there holding up the World Cup trophy, And Trump is not in the photo at all. Would you look at that? I just think it's ironic. If you're going to stick to your guns and talk all that mess, stick to them. You know what I mean? Commit to it. But you can't turn around and act two-faced and be like, actually, let me hold the trophy and take a picture with the team I was talking diabolical shit about. It's not even like he was landing subtle blows. He was outright completely shitting on the country. But he wants to be in their championship photo, right? Weird, real weird, weirdo behavior. But maybe I'm wrong. You guys let me know in the comments down below what you think about all this. More respect for Spain. So many people respected Spain for what they did when they decided to, you know, push him out the photo and stuff like that and continue celebrating despite his presence and stuff. They're like, hey man, you guys earned this. We definitely are on you guys' side. We're very supportive and stuff like that. It was cool. It was a really fun watch and stuff, right? And then him basically trying to steal the moment and make it his own utterly failed. But in his mind, he probably thought, you know, the moment was his. Which, by the way, we need to check this other video out because he did say something actually crazy about the next World Cup. See, if y'all like the World Cup in the United States this year, apparently he loved it so much that he wants to put the United States in the bid for the next World Cup.
We'll leave Mexico and Canada out. This is the largest World Cup in history by far, by many times actually. Welcoming 16 additional teams, and I understand you may be making it even larger next time. I suggested that this has been so successful that, and I'm really working these people hard because they really call the shot. They tell Johnny exactly what to do. I say what we should do is you should choose the United States of America again. This time we'll leave Mexico and Canada out. But then what you do is which I was very nice to get them in, but what we do is you choose us, but you pick somebody else for the next one, and that will take some of the anger, hatred, and steam out of everyone.
I don't think that's how that works, but let's see what the comments had to say. Mexico was the best host. Okay, honestly, out of all the countries in North America, which one hosted the World Cup the best? Canada, United States, or Mexico? In your opinion, let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully, he won't be here in 4 years. Shouldn't. If we are following our own legislation, I mean, he shouldn't. Is there something I don't know that I should be concerned about? Mexico was by far the better host. Again, in your opinion, in North America, which country had the best hosting skills? Canada, United States, or Mexico? USA was the worst host by far. Logistically speaking, absolutely. I think the people tried to make up for it on the ground level as far as, like, you know, inviting the fans and having celebrations and things of that nature. But I do think that as a host in general, yeah, I feel like the USA dropped the ball big time, especially when it came to customs and border control issues. It was absolutely chaotic, especially like after we've been perusing and telling the world we're going to tariff this and tariff that and detain this and detain that. Bro, crazy. Absolutely crazy. How are we hosting anything internationally related in the United States after some shit like that from last year? Mexico should host by itself. I also heard that Canada did a good job as well. So I'm not sure how you guys feel about that, but let me know. How do you guys think Canada did as far as hosting this World Cup? He's so jealous of Mexicans and Canadians. Like, what? Listen, this is what living in Delulu land looks like on a capital level. So, I mean, you can only imagine what his fans feel like. You know what I mean? His fans are also just as delusional, maybe 10 times more, and it's insane. That's what we have to deal with on a daily basis. Cannot get over him walking by that trophy and the team like, nah, they're playing keep away from him, man. Marino with the Trump dance. That's something else I heard that they did the Trump dance in celebration of winning that World Cup, and also like having him not be able to take the picture the right way with them because he wanted to be in the middle and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, nah, how about you get out the way so we can actually celebrate in peace? Of course, he lingered on stage as long as he possibly could have. Again, incredibly cringe because he was trying to make the moment about himself when obviously it should have been about the winners. The same people he was talking mess about not even a week ago. So what are we doing here, man? What are we doing? We're making ourselves look crazy. And now there's a lot of global conflicts happening and stuff, not obviously related to this at all, but there's a lot of additional global conflicts that the United States has caused, obviously, and he's directly tied to that. The secondhand embarrassment nearly made me turn off the TV. Yeah, this was Almost something we can classify as peak cringe. Was the hate deserved? And did you enjoy the moment that Spain was actually able to celebrate this World Cup win? Because I thought that this was absolutely wholesome. And they definitely were fighting two diabolical battles because the team from Argentina did not handle that loss well. They did come off as sore losers from what I saw, but if you guys disagree, you let me know in the comments down below.